I can't believe I'm here again, back in this empty, lonely place. Just when I think life can't get any darker, it proves me wrong. Look at me, completely broken, shattered into a million pieces. Life isn't kind. It's a harsh, relentless force that crushes hope and leaves you drowning in despair. And yet, here I am, tears running down my face, talking about hope. Hope, it's such a delicate thing, isn't it? Like a tiny candle in an endless night, so easily blown out by the harsh winds of life. But somehow, it's all we've got. It's all I've got. Despite everything, the pain, the darkness, there's a part of me that holds on to hope, refusing to let it go. Life is tough, no doubt about that. In fact, it's more than tough, it's an unending battle, a fight we never asked for but are forced to endure. Heartache, betrayal, loss, grief, they come at us like waves, threatening to pull us under. Some days it feels like we're barely keeping our heads above water, and yeah, sometimes it feels like giving up would be easier. But we can't. I can't. Even when my body aches, even when my spirit feels crushed under the weight of everything, I know I have to keep moving forward. I have to trust that there's something bigger than me, something guiding me through this mess. Call it God, fate, destiny, whatever gets you through the night. For me, it's God. I believe there's a plan, even when I can't see it. Even when all I see is darkness. I talk a lot about staying positive, about finding joy in the little things, and honestly, it sounds so hollow right now. But it's the truth. We have to find beauty in the small moments, in the cracks of life where the light sneaks through. A stranger's kind smile. The warmth of the sun on your face. The stillness of a starry night. Those moments, they're fleeting, but they matter. They're real. And they're enough to remind us that life isn't all pain and darkness. We have to trust ourselves. Believe that we're stronger than the hardships we face. It's so easy to lose faith, to let the darkness swallow us whole. But we can't give in. We have to fight it with everything we've got. Every breath, every ounce of strength, even when it feels impossible. We have to work with pure intentions, even when the world is anything but. We have to be the light in the darkness, even when it feels like the darkness is winning. I get it, it's hard. It's exhausting. The loneliness, the sadness, the overwhelming weight of it all, I feel it, too. Even in a room full of people, I feel alone. Because no one really understands, do they? No one truly sees the battles we fight within ourselves. They don't see the demons we face every single day. They only see the mask, the strong, unbreakable warrior we pretend to be. But inside, we're just as broken, just as lost as anyone else. And yet, we keep going. We endure. We cry, we fall, and then we get back up and do it all over again. Because that's what warriors do. We don't give up. We don't back down, even when it hurts. even when it feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. We keep fighting, and there's always hope. It's small, barely there sometimes, but it's enough. That tiny flicker of light in the darkness, it's enough to keep us going. To remind us that this isn't the end. We have to hold on to that. Even when everything else feels like it's slipping away, we cling to hope. Yes, the world is dark. Life is hard. Painful. Sometimes unbearably cruel. But we have to be stronger. We have to be the light we want to see. Even when it feels impossible, even when the darkness feels endless, we have to dig deep and find the strength to keep going. We have to trust in ourselves, trust in God, and keep working with a pure heart. So here I am, broken, bleeding, standing in the middle of this darkness. And I'm telling myself, that there's always hope. We just have to believe. We just have to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. No matter how dark it feels. We may feel alone, but we're stronger than we think. We'll get through this. One step at a time, and as I stand here, surrounded by this darkness, I realize something. I'm still here. Despite everything, despite the pain, the loneliness, and the crushing weight of it all, I'm still standing. That has to mean something, doesn't it? Every breath I take, every step I manage to move forward, it's proof that I haven't given up. That even in the moments when I wanted to, when the world felt too heavy, I chose to keep going. And isn't that what strength really is? Not the absence of struggle, but the decision to push through it. Strength isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up over and over again, even when it feels like the world is against you. It's about facing the darkness and saying, you don't get to win. But let's be real, it's not easy. Some days, it feels impossible. The weight of everything we carry, the pain, the doubts, the fear, it can feel suffocating. There are days when getting out of bed feels like the hardest thing in the world. When even the smallest tasks feel overwhelming. And in those moments, it's easy to wonder why we're even trying. What's the point? Why keep fighting when it feels like we're losing anyway?